one thing we did want to have a quick chat about, and I wanted to talk about, was Golden Point. We had our first draw last weekend's round with the Roosters and the Cronulla Sharks. I thought it was very interesting that both of our New South Wales Origin halves couldn't kick a field goal to save their lives.
Well, you know, lucky we did it at Origin level.
We need to kick a field goal.
And they were the two options that we had, Carney and... You know what? It was so sad. It ended up being a draw and they ended up getting their 1 point each. But to watch the game degenerate the way it did to a glorified game of forcing backs...
It was hard, wasn't it? It was hard.
And Mitchell Pearce was struggling. He wanted to get a win up because he had a shocker at Origin, right? To attempt a field goal on zero tackle. Zero tackle. Regardless of whether it was on, it's zero tackle. You had 6 tackles up your sleeve. Rushed it, muffed it, stuffed it.
Could have easily scored a try at that point.
Golden Point is an absolute joke.
So you're not for Golden Point?
This is what happens. The referee does this. Puts it away, his whistle.
Yeah.
And goes, just don't do anything stupid because I don't want to decide the game.
Don't do anything incredibly stupid.
Because I don't want to decide the game.
Don't do anything more stupid than you normally do.
Even if you do, like I guarantee you, that hit that Jared Warrior-Hargreaves was rubbed out for 1 week, that made initial contact with pretty much the midsection of Ben Ross and moved its way up, he got a week for. I thought he'd go for Robson's tackle. He deserved to get a week for hitting Robson away, although he was falling. That was careless. Had that hit on Ben Ross happened during the extra time, you would have got a penalty. There's no way under God's son you would have got a penalty. Referee doesn't want to decide it. So, the game degenerates, the referee forgets the rules, and you got to watch two limeys try and put a field goal over.
2 what?
Limeys. 2 lemons. To just it was a joke. The game degenerated to rubbish. So
it was a horrible 10 minutes of football, wasn't it?
It was a horrible 10 minutes of football, and you know, both of them who can't kick a field goal to save their life anyway, we're going for them for 45 metres
out. So 10 minutes each way?
5 minutes each
5 minutes each way.
Going for field goals 45 metres out. Like, seriously? Not one of them made a distance.
No.
But we're going to try it anyway.
English can do that. Just thought I'd mention that. But
English has never kicked a field goal.
Yes, he has.
How do you know?
I've watched him.
Are you just making that up?
I don't want to have to try and state the date and all that sort of stuff.
No, that's not because I know you'll look for it later and you put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
Do you actually remember English kicking a field goal?
Kind of. I don't know if it was. I was
That's gone from to kind of
maybe
possible.
I could have. It looked real. I was probably dreaming, but it seemed real. So, but let me find.
You know what's beautiful?
I'll put it up on the
South
screen.
Sydney fans have hinged their entire life now on one player, the name of Greg Inglis.
That's not true. We actually can win games without Greg Inglis, but it's fantastic having him there. But this is not about Greg Inglis. This is not about South Sydney.
Adam Blair can easily rip Greg Inglis's leg out like he tried with Josh Morris the other day.
Yeah. But it's about Golden Point. So you're obviously against Golden
Absolutely.
Point.
If you're going to do it, if you're going to go to extra time...
So what do you think? We just get a point each like the old days?
Mate, 5 minutes each way. If you get a penalty, you take a shot at goal, it's game on. It still continues. It is golden try. First team to score the try stops the game automatically. If you get a penalty, you take your shot at goal, it's play on. Play out the extra time.
Okay, so having extra time you're still in favour of. It's just the Golden Point. So just
rubbish.
Making it a field goal fest.
It's a field goal, a rubbish-a-thon is what it is.
What's the problem with both teams just getting 1 point at
Absolutely
the end?
nothing. I agree with it. What's wrong with having a decent, hard slug out for 80 minutes? You couldn't separate the two teams at the end of full time.
Makes the last 5 or 10 minutes pretty.
I'd rather walk away with 1 point than go into an extra time Golden Point rubbish-a-thon.
And get done with a field goal.
And then done with a field goal from 45 metres out that wobbled over that really had no business going over. That's just not fair.
Although South's won both their Golden Point games this year, I agree. I think that if it's going to be any extra time, it's got to be the try. And if it's, I can even do away with extra time and just have 1 point each. You still get a point, you still move ahead. Cronulla now has got 1 point. They've moved into, I think, 3rd place because of that 1 point. But still, they're now in 3rd place because of 1 point.
You know our toughest...
Possibly 4th.
You know our toughest guts, ironclad NRL Commission, who have just made some innovative manoeuvres in the time they've taken over.
Yeah.
Have actually come out and said they're really seriously looking at the Golden Point fiasco that it is and they're going to try and do something with it. But to be honest with you, it's Rubbish.
I just this whole I'm
Rubbish.
seriously reviewing something. Come out and tell me when you guys have actually reviewed it, and you're ready to come out and say, "Hey guys, we have reviewed it, and this is what we're doing." This whole we're about to do something. I mean, it's just show me what you've done. Show me what you've done. Go and do it. Come back. Show me what you've done.
Yeah, no, I'm just not for Golden Point. I'm not for. It's honestly the game becomes rubbish. It really does. It's just the level, the intensity, everything just drops off. 6 hit up straight up the middle. Hit. Get into field goal position. The game just degenerates. It's rubbish. 1 point each. There's nothing wrong with playing 80 minutes of football. You couldn't separate the two sides at the end of full time. You walk away with a 4 each. Nothing wrong with that result. Nothing wrong with that result at all.
Okay. Anyway, look, thanks very much for watching again. Just with me today, Bass on my right, on your left. And tune in next week when we'll have cousin Al back with us.
Back.
On the couch, on the Chesterfield.
I think he had a lobotomy today. That's why he can't sit on the couch. So he decided to stay away, which is fair enough.
Because technically that's right, because his brains are in his eyes.
Yeah, his brains.
So the lobotomy does happen.
He's a Parramatta supporter. Every Parramatta supporter's got his brains in their ass. Haven't recovered from Sterling. Just haven't. I want to talk about Parramatta. That cousin Al is in.
Now that cousin Al's not here, let's talk about Parramatta. How can you go from having just never mind? Anyway,
no, actually, I want to say something about Parramatta before we forget. I don't know if we mentioned it. Jared Hayden was out for a couple of weeks because he's injured. Go watch your team play. Go watch your team have a run around.
So where was he?
Oh, the coach said to him, "I want to give you the weekend off after Origin. You've had an Origin campaign. Not that he."
It's all right for some, isn't it?
There are the haves and the